So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, proudly in partnership with Falcon Contracting and Jam's Boxing Chat. And mate, this is a beautiful lineup. And yeah, it's just look at them all. I've got Jam, I've got Mr. Neutral, I've got Jack the Punk Hughes. Everyone's heard of him because he's going for everyone. Serhan in the corner. Thank you very much for joining us. I've got SW Fight Hub. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Great stuff going on there. Ash Lane. Everyone knows who Ash is. He wants to fight everyone as well. The Boxing Man, all the way it's Canada, isn't it? All the way from Canada. This is all happening here. And Håkan, all the way from Sweden, but he's generally over here most of the time. It's a great lineup.
Thank you.
But we're ready for a great fight coming up this Saturday. And it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? Well, it feels that way anyway. There's been such a build-up. Put it this way, the promo was like a Hollywood film in itself. Absolute cracker. And we're here again to see Usyk versus Fury 2, following obviously the 18th of May, where Usyk got the decision. We're 113, 114, 114, 113, and 112, 115. People are like this over it. Still people saying that Fury did the job. People saying that Usyk did the job. Ash is already shaking his head. We'll be with him shortly. But it was in the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, and we get to see it all over again with a cracking card. But this is the fight we're going to talk about. Jam, should we just make our way around the room and I'll go last?
Sounds good, brother. Sounds good. Like you said already, the first fight was a classic. Some people had Fury. I don't see how myself. I think Usyk won the fight. He was far more skillful. He looked the better boxer. Fury had a couple of moments where he looked decent. I'm not going to lie. To stay up in that ninth was something spectacular because he looked ready to go to sleep. But Usyk is always going to be a better boxer than Fury, in my opinion. And I think this is going to go pretty much the same way. I think Usyk's just going to box the ears off him. There's a chance Fury of being a big lump gets a lucky punch and could knock him out. That's always a possibility. You've seen Dubois can hurt him to the body. If Dubois can do it, Tyson Fury can do it. But I don't see it happening. So for me, guys, I'll keep it very short and sweet. Usyk UD again.
Just quickly, though, Jam, you say there, don't you think old Pillow Fists can hit as hard as Dubois?
I don't think he can hit as hard, but the same part of the body, I think he'll do the same sort of damage. I think it's more about what Usyk can take to the midriff rather than what you're throwing at it. A time punch to the body can take it from any man.
Yeah, no, 100%, mate, 100%. Neutral, you stunning human being. Over to you, my friend. I know how to sweet talk you.
Right, man. I rewatched the fight again today just to cement what I already thought. It was a wide, for me, it was a wide UD. I don't know why people had it so close. But there was times when, as Jam said, Fury looked good. But it was all too inconsistent. He's put himself away this time for a number of months. He's totally different camp, blah, blah, blah. Can he bring something different? That's what we're all probably looking for. Is he going to do anything different from the first fight? Even if he does, I just think the sheer output of what Usyk laid against him in the first fight, I can't see Usyk changing that volume, that the same way, the same style, that southpaw style. He'll just do exactly the same. I just can't see what Usyk Fury can do against that. So, barring a miracle, I can't see a knockout either way. So I'm going for another wide UD win for Usyk.
Cool. Jack, you've got a chance to speak there, mate. I know we've heard quite a lot from you, but you've got a chance to shot. You've got 2 minutes, mate. Off you go.
Let's go. I think I'm going to be the only one here that's going to say this, but I genuinely believe that Fury does him this time. I remember watching the first fight, and it was quite early on. I think it was within the first 4 or 5 rounds, and Fury was boxing Usyk's head off. And I remember I looked at my friend and I was like, that's it. Usyk's not going to win another round for the rest of the fight. But obviously Fury played stupid games and he won a stupid prize, and his prize was that he lost the fight, doing all this stupid showboating when he had him exactly where he wanted him. And I believe this time he trains hard, he focuses properly, and he stops playing stupid games, and he boxes Usyk's head off and wins UD. That's what I think, but who knows? He might just turn up and start playing stupid games again, but time is going to tell on Saturday.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And obviously, I know a lot of people have been talking about the physical look of Tyson Fury this time. He's shedded a few of those pounds, but surely those pounds would have been a big factor for him to get over the line. Use your weight, like everyone else has said. Don't you think, Jack?
Yeah, but I mean, Fury's always still going to be way bigger than Usyk on night. Like, Fury's a fully pledged heavyweight and Usyk's a cruiserweight. So I believe he's always going to be bigger, even if he has shedded a couple pounds anyway.
Yeah. No.
Usyk's actually said as well he'll come back down to cruiserweight and fight,
Yeah.
which lines up what could be a beauty against Jai Opetaia. I know that's not for today, but just thought I'd chuck it in there.
Oh, you tease, Jam. You tease.
I would love to see it, mate. I've been saying it for a while. I'd love to see that fight. So we'll talk about that on another show.
Oh, mate, definitely. You know how I feel about that. Serhan, beautiful human being in the corner, behind the logo, but we can still see you.
All the way from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, yes. And you are welcome, my friend. It's lovely to have you on. How are you seeing this, Serhan? How's this one sitting with you?
Let me see. I understand this correctly. Do we have people really thinking Tyson Fury has a chance? That's a question I ask everybody right now. That's a question I really have to ask some people right here, because you know my stance when it comes to this. I'm not going to use your platform for it, but I'll say it on mine later on the show. Usyk beat him once. He's going to do it again. I mean, anything Fury does, Usyk can do better. Fight was basically from the 9th round on to the end. Usyk just said, "To hell with it. I'm taking over this thing," and it's going to carry over in the second fight. I would take the safe route and go Usyk UD, probably about 8 rounds to 4-ish, about that ballpark. But I can't see any other result.
I tell you what,
that was pretty
I've never
tight,
heard you
wasn't
talk before. That's a wicked American accent. That is brilliant.
But we only deliver on this show, and Serhan's he's pretty much family. And
mate. Me and Serhan will be doing our show again come the new year, guys, as well. So look out for that. We're Jam and Serhan's boxing hour every Thursday at 5 p.m. UK. That'll be back in the new year, so stick with us for that.
Yep.
There you go.
We're back.
There you go. I didn't even say anything. SW Fight Hub.
So,
another...
put me on mute for a minute, Serhan, with what I'm about to say.
I
was listening to Jack the Punk Kid Hughes talk, and I was going, I'm going to trump you here. Whatever you said, I'm going to trump you. So I think for the first fight, first of all, similar to Jam's neutral, anyone who said it, I scored the fight to Usyk. I thought he won the fight. I think what doesn't get spoke about enough of what happened with the first fight is round number 8 before, obviously, the round number 9 that it goes down in folklore. But I believe Usyk caught Fury with a left hand. It might have even broke his nose, but Fury was in discomfort. He was pouring at his nose. You watch it back. I'm sure everyone's going to watch it back again this week. But just watch. He landed a shot and Fury was uncomfortable. And I think that really changed the tide of the fight before even Usyk landed the monster shot in round number 9. But similar to what the guys were saying, I thought Fury definitely was in control. After round 6, if you had to give me, who I think is going to win the fight, I'd have said Tyson Fury, as I'm sure most people would as well. I think his defense mechanism was all the falling around. I think when he's calling Usyk a middleweight and all this leading into the fight, I think he kind of backed himself into a corner. And when he realized that Usyk was putting him on the back foot early on in the fight, Fury was like, okay, I'm in a fight here. And that's when all the bravado on the ropes and looking into the crowd and all this. I think he's locked in this time. I think, not that it means anything, but I think he looks a little bit different this time around. I do believe that Fury's going to do it. And I believe he's going to stop Usyk. I think he's going to stop him to the body in round 10. That's my prediction.
You think he's going to be reminiscent of the Deontay Wilder 2 fight, Sam?
Look, I'm not going to disrespect Usyk that way because Usyk is...
I mean,
Usyk
like the focus of Fury. I mean,
yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, it's not going to be... What I do think, though, Jams, I don't think that Fury's going to come out and be super aggressive like he did in that Wilder rematch. I think he loses the fight if he does that. Like you said, I think that plays into Usyk's hand. So he's gonna give Usyk the illusion that he's gonna come out all super aggressive, but he's not. he'll fight him on the back foot, and if he finds an opportunity, he will. So yeah, I think it'd be close again. Maybe even Usyk ahead on points, but I think there is vulnerability there to Usyk's body that Fury actually can exploit, and those uppercuts they were beautiful in round 5 and 6. Yeah, I'm leaning Fury. I just think he's going to stop him though, but I'm probably wrong.
Well, that's what predictions are for, Sammy. Thank you, bro.
That's it. Just quickly before we go to Ash, because he's got that look on his face. SWS Boxing, Sammy boy. Come on, Usyk, says Sam. And when in doubt, wing it. Still one of the best names we've had on the show.
Yeah.
Hi, boys. Fury to win in round 9 or 10 by knockout. Complete different mindset from Fury. You're not on your own, SW. You're not on your own. See, there are friends out there.
We all love SW Fight Hub.
Yeah. So, Ash, you look like you're contemplating.
It's such a I would say it's such a hard fight to predict because they're both such talented fighters and boxers, in their own rights. I've watched the first fight 2 or 3 times now in the last couple of weeks, just because I'm getting into it, and every time that Fury just seems to be taken over. There's something about Usyk. He just has that extra step, got that extra level. It's I don't know whether it's mentally, spiritually, or what. I just don't know. But Usyk just seems. I watched him against Bellew as well, and when he just seems to be up against it, finding it a little bit tough, he's very uncomfortable. He can just take to another level. He just adapts. He switches. He works things out. He calculates, and he's there. And I thought the first fight people had it close. I didn't have it close at all. I had Usyk I think I had Usyk win the first two rounds. I think Fury won the middle 3 or 4. Then I had Usyk winning every other round. I had Usyk absolutely dominating Fury. How people had it close, I've got no idea. Or the constant jabs to the body, backhands to the body, the little looping left hook on the chin. Fury couldn't deal with it. If Fury didn't know how to deal with it, and just as the lad before me said, in that the 8th round where Usyk caught him, that's what I saw as well. And Fury looked uncomfortable. And that 9th round when Fury got clocked with that big left hand, he come out the tippy tap with a 3-4 punch combination. He can do that against big, slow, heavy guys like Chisora, like Dante Wilder, who telegraphs his punches from a mile out. You can't do that against Usyk. He's quick, he's sharp, he's a boom on the inside. And that's what happened. And, I do think Fury will come out. He's heavier. He'll come out. I think he'll try and stop Usyk from putting him on the back foot this fight. I think Fury will try and keep the center of the ring a bit more. Try and lean back, use that uppercut. Because Usyk made Fury use a lot of energy in that fight, the first fight. The constant pressure, the mental energy, the walk going around the ring, constantly being on the back foot. Nobody has ever made Fury do that before, really, apart from John McDermott back in the day. And we all know what happened with John McDermott. He smashed Fury to bits and got robbed, So, yeah, it was ridiculous. Fury in every rematch has come back and has performed better. But, there have been talks before the first fight that from people in Fury's camp that Fury was shot even before the first fight. And now, mentally, he's lost his first fight. Can he come back from that? So physically, they said he was shot. Mentally, he could be shot now. You lost the first fight. You've lost that invincibility, that unstoppable nature. You start questioning yourself. You doubting yourself. In this fight, in the ring walk and getting in that ring, will this be the first time that Fury will ever genuinely doubt himself now? I know, all that clowning about, people think that was arrogance and everything from Fury. So I believe a lot something was. But a lot of boxers, they clown about like that way too much when they're uncomfortable, when they're shitting themselves, when they're nervous. It's like a bravado. You get a caught on the chin. Oh, I'm okay. I'm good. That's what Fury was like, you know. It was a bravado because deep down he was shitting himself. He knew he was in deep waters. And he was trying to con the people and con the judges. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going for Usyk. I think Usyk, he just adapts. He's on Fury from the start again. I think he changes his tactics halfway through the fight when things get a little uncomfortable. I don't think he'll go all his own way, but I do think Usyk will completely outbox Fury. I can see it being quite close if Usyk don't get him out of there. I think Usyk has to get him out of there because the establishment, they want Fury AJ still. That's the big money spinner. They wanted that beforehand. If that was not the line beforehand, I think Usyk would run away 8 rounds to 4, unanimous decision on every card. But they wanted that big money spinner fight. So I think that's why it was so close to the first fight. So yeah, I think Usyk again this fight. I think he outclasses Fury. I think he dismantles him and possibly a late stoppage, but I won't go with that because Fury has never been stopped. So I would say with Usyk on points.
Well, thank you very much, Ash. Everyone else had 2 minutes, but that's fine.
How long did I have?
Champs get special. Champs get special.
So,
We love you, mate.
I could talk for England.
Oh, we're going to say nothing. But the man that's going to talk for Canada is the boxing man. Off you go. Thank you very much for coming on.
He's actually from Nottingham, but he speaks from Canada. He's a Nottingham man down.
I just got my Canadian passport, so I can put a foot in each camp, I suppose. Yeah, I'll keep it brief. Now, it's going to kill me to say it. It's going to kill me to say it because over the years I've given Fury such a lot of abuse. But let me explain before I get shot to bits with my prediction. I think that the fight was close. I definitely had Usyk winning it. The 10-8 round obviously played into those hands of definitely swaying it fully. The only question I would ask is if that's anybody else, does a referee step in and wave the fight off because he was that hurt? Did he get a lifeline there? Because he was just taking punch after punch after punch. And it's all right as saying, well, if it was a heavier hitting heavyweight, they would have had him out there. He was still pinging him with beautiful shots. And so I suppose you can ask yourself that question. I just believe in this fight, the size factor might play into Fury's hands. And I think he's going to box a different fight. I think he will be I think he'll be more locked in. There'll be less dancing around. There'll be more hands here rather than hands here. And he'll be trying to get him on the end of that jab, and he'll be trying to frustrate him if he does get the opportunity. I can't remember whether it was Jack before that said about the leaning. It's hard to get near. Somebody said this, but when he does get near Usyk, is he going to do the leaning? Is he going to try and take some breath out of him? And the only I would say that because of Saudi wanting the big match, the judges may be swayed a little bit towards giving every time Fury looks good, they're going to give him the round. But as much as I'm going to pick Fury on a maybe a split, maybe a unanimous, I just think he gets the decision. If he does employ those Fury versus Wilder 2 tactics, he might get knocked out as well. He might just if he comes running at him because he's so cute, he might just run into something. Yeah, that he goes down, gets back up, and he's all wobbly, and Usyk just comes in and closes the show. But I'm going with it that won't happen, and I'll go with Fury to win it on points.
I love how you just gave us the dream scenario and then just went for that one.
I give him that much crap, mate. Maybe I'm just saying this because I know all the Fury boys are going to smash my timeline if he wins. Maybe I'm just trying to protect myself.
Do you know what? Who cares, mate? Who cares? We're going to go to the gentle, quiet, human encyclopedia of boxing. Håkan, over to you, my friend.
Thank you. I have thought about this fight since the last fight, and I've changed my mind 5 to 10 times who's going to win.
Great. Here we go.
I'm very unsure about my prediction, but I think Tyson Fury, we have seen Tyson Fury very quiet in the build-up for the rematch. Not at all like he did for the first fight. So I think we will see a different Fury. And I think it will be close on points. And I think that Tyson Fury can nick it on a very close decision. Probably a split or a majority. I think that Usyk must win the rounds clear to get the decision, and I think it could be a talking point about the decision if it goes to points. So, like the first fight.
What do you think about the AI scoring that they're apparently using for the first time? Quickly, like before we wrap this up, what do you think to that? I know it's not going to be official.
I haven't read so much. I haven't read so much about it. I just saw it just a few hours ago, so I haven't looked into it too much.
It's basically, it's going to be in the ring and it's going to be based on their movements, and it's going to AI generate his score, the fight, and then they're going to compare it against the 3 judges. But apparently it's not going to be used in the Fury Usyk fight, just all the other undercard.
It'll be interesting to see if it goes against the judges, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
well, yeah. I think most things do. Most things do. But there we have it. I'm going to chuck my 10 pence in now quickly. Ryan has put both guys' punch resistance has gone down. Value is on the fight not to go the distance. And the greatest boxing page of all time. I don't know. Is that right? Boxing Man's theory is Fury's best chance to win. So he's with you, Boxing Man, even though you've kind of protected yourself. Yeah, just a bit like that. But yeah, do you know what? For me, when I saw this announced, I thought this is going to be another cracking fight. A lot of people thought it was going to be a chess match, a bit of a boring affair. Some people thought the first one. For me, I thought it was an absolute cracker. Usyk, the way he pinged him off the ropes, I didn't think I'd see that. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I think we were all a bit shocked how Usyk just took control and the way he shot him around the ring. Who said, because obviously I've heard a lot of voices, who turned around and said if it was a different person that we might have seen it stopped?
Me.
Yeah. That was the Boxing Man,
Yeah. So I get that. I get that totally, because I think.
Honest, Joel, sorry to interrupt you, bro. It'd be the same in the Wilder 1 fight. If it was anyone else, that 10 count was over, mate.
Yeah, they notice as well. Every time Fury's been down, how long have their counts been? They've been slow count. Well, when the referee stopped and gave Fury that standing 8 count when it's up against the ropes, that was like a 15-second count.
Easily. But like, the Jaime Munguia one the other day, Ash, the Jaime Munguia one, the referee was still stood in the centre of the ring. The boxer was stood next to him. You meant to go back to the corner before the count. He was at 8 before it even started, before he got back to the corner.
Was
That's how it usually goes.
But I have to say, with what Ash was saying, Usyk finds a way. He's just got this way of adapting, of having a plan B, C, D, E, F, G. Do you know what I mean? He just seems to find a way. He's got this excellence about him, this air about him. There's not cockiness, but there's an air about him that just finds a way. If he gets hurt, he finds a way to get through. Regardless of what you think about when he fought Dubois, whether it was low or not, bloody hell, that's a whole different show altogether. But it's one of those where he made that decision. Dubois didn't take the advantage, bang, he's back in the fight. He was straight back in. He took advantage. You know, we saw it with Chisora. He said he'd never been hit like that by anyone else. Chisora landed some big shots on him. Usyk rides it out, finds a way, gets the job done. Same with Tony Bellew, like Ash was saying. Bellew was boxing probably the best we'd seen him box. You know, he really put in a performance. Usyk lures you in, and bang, he ended Bellew in style. He just knows how to win. And for me, I can see him getting the stoppage. I think it could come late on, but I think if there is going to be a stoppage, it's late on, isn't it? I think if we're all agreed there's going to be one, it's going to be late. But I think we're looking around round 11 or even in the 12th that I think you could see Usyk stop Fury, because I think mentally, like, I'm not just referring to Ash, but like mentally where Fury's at, he's never been defeated before. Even with that draw, he knew what he had to go and do back in that second Wilder fight. But with a loss in your head, that's a total different. You can either come out swinging and get caught, or you try and stick to your game plan.
He had that air of invincibility, didn't he, then, against Wilder? He had the air of invincibility where he knows now he can be beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that does take a lot from a fighter.
That first Wilder fight was a draw, and he believed he won. So in his own mind, he still won the fight. Whereas
he talks to 3 wins, doesn't he? He talks to 3 wins.
Yeah, and against Usyk, it goes down on paper. He lost the fight, and as much as he said, he lost the fight because of Ukraine, he'd have watched the fight back, and he would have turned around and gone, that was a close fight. I could have lost that. Oh, shit. My invincibility is gone. I'm not unbeaten anymore.
Yeah.
you know?
He's unbeaten. And he's unbeaten. Yeah. That's the difference. It's not like Usyk's been beaten before either. Do you know what I mean? This is the, you know, that guy's invincible if anyone is.
And does Usyk have his number? You know, I mean, that's the thing. Does Usyk believe his guy's number? Because where Fury's confidence might have dropped or dipped, Usyk's could have gone up. And that, you know, might create an even bigger gap. I mean, it's such a fascinating fight again. It's unbelievable.
I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing for this fight. I know me and Jam are well up for this one. And the rest of you guys are as well. And all I will say is thank you very much for all of you for coming on. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all on. And anyone want to have a last word to say other than Ash? Anyone?
Can we do another prediction show on Friday? Because there's a good chance that everybody's mind will be changed.
Oh my word, mate! I tell you. Anyone other than Ash and Boxing Man? Is there anyone else that's got that?
Nope. I'm saying it, Pat.
There you go. We're all done. We're all done.
I'm just so happy to be on here. You know, I'm just looking forward to this fight, having a good chat with the lads. And there's only one other fight I'm looking forward to more, and that's the Punk Hughes next fight. You know, Jack the lad, his next fight. That's the only other one I'm looking forward to.
Just to say, if anyone's available, Jack versus Jack in Ipswich. If you do need tickets, speak to Jack. This Jack, not the other Jack. And yeah, get something sorted out. But yeah, Jack, we wish you all the best. Ash, we wish you all the best with what's coming next. And yeah, great things ahead for everyone and their channels. Jam, thank you very much. Mr. Neutral, as always. Jack, the Punk Kid, Hughes. And by the time we see him probably again, he's going to be a dad again. So good luck with that as well, my friend. Love to you and the family. Sirhan, thank you very much. The man with the best American accent in the world.
Baby.
One last thing. Joel, you and I got to start doing some shows together. I've been trying to get a hold of you for the longest time. Just like Jim and I, we better get Joel on our shows together.
Mate, anything for that voice. And that sounded awful, but I know exactly.
Not quite anything, Joel. Not quite anything, mate. That sounds a bit sexual, a bit homo.
Well, before I log off, same with you, SW Fight Hub. You and me again.
Yes,
I miss you, man.
Always.
Oh, look, he's on here poaching everyone. Yeah, SW Fight Hub. Thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me on, mate.
I know you've got to drop out, Sam, because you've got your show starting in a minute.
Yeah, look, it's all right. We're 5 minutes to go, Jam. All good, mate. Thanks for that, though.
But yeah, SW Fight Hub, thank you very much for coming on. Make sure people head over to his channel, hit the subscribe button, and check out the rest of his content. Some great stuff going on. Ash Lane, thank you very much. We're actually dropping everyone out here now. Boxing Man, thank you very much, as always. The Nottingham guy from Canada, he's in both camps. And Håkan, all the way from Sweden, who's pretty much an adopted Brit now. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming on.
Thank you.
Hit the subscribe button. Check out the rest of the content. And we will see you all soon. There's some great content coming out this week. Usyk versus Fury. Let us know in the comments how you see this one at home. Yeah. Let us know. Jam, you know what to do.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, all the panelists, and have some of this.
Have it. God bless. Take care.
God bless y'all.